Hey there YouTube, this is another review actually of the Sentries. I'm trying to do a proper review now that I have them in a better position, better workspace to just go over their pros and cons. This one I think is a toy based version. I would say 05, 06, 04 around there guys, trust me. And this is the new one from Hasbro. I'm just going to compare them briefly to show you the pros and cons, things I like and dislike about both of them. Alright, the toy-based one actually. This is a toy-based one, right? I actually prefer this one straight off the bat. The reason really is, well, I think this is the more well-known Sentry. This is the Hasbro one behind. This is a toy-based one, right? But the toy-based one has a really unique face, right? What Hasbro seems to do is to reuse the exact same faces. This Hasbro, it looks like not Hyperion. It looks like the Radioactive Man's face. And I've seen this a couple of times before, but I can't remember now. I have to go through my stash of figures to figure it out, but I've seen this face a bunch of times. So it's not a unique face, it's just a reused face with hair. And that's one of the things I dislike about this new Sentry. I dislike the cape also. The cape is just hard plastic. My goodness, I can't bend it. And the Toy Biz one, that's the Toy Biz one. Look, easy. It's easy to flow, man. Look at that. Night and day. So this is the better Sentry in my eyes. This is the one that people should Google high for. Although people, the one of the complaints is this one, the Hasbro one, is more physically imposing. It is more physically imposing, but this has a better sculpt. You know, this is a reuse of the Black Panther body. I'm not sure which one became first, but it's a reuse sculpt. But this actually has, I mean, incredible articulation. Incredible. There's actually a little armpit joint in there. Try to get it out. Yeah, I mean, it just adds to the sculpt, adds to the posability. It's very nice, you know. Double jointed goodness. It actually has better range of motion, simply due to the less muscles. You know, it's like it's muscular, yes, but it's not overdone with this guy. This guy is actually not pretty good comic looking Sentry. I can't remember. I know this was my iconic, but I can't remember this one in the comic too much. I think Sentry first appeared, I would say, early 2000s or late 90s. It was during the very, very death stage of comics, you know, when Marvel was, you know, that's not, people don't want to hear about Marvel's past, but they were doing a horrendous job. No, comics just lost its appeal, and still has, actually. Without movies, comics wouldn't exist. Pretty sad, but people don't read comics, even though they all claim that they do. It's a lie, you know. That's how people are. They lie about things, you know. They always want to be part of the in-group and always want to be the one who sets a trend. So everybody's all of a sudden claiming, "Hey, I love Sentry. I was in the comic. I knew who Batroc is." Nobody knew who Batroc was in the 90s. You know, I'm a 90s guy, right? What I think happened is probably Batroc appeared in some animated series, and everybody thinks, everybody claims that they always like Batroc. It's just the way people are, you know. People are such phonies, you know. I mean, it's still weird. People just hate being called in the BS, but hey, whatever, you know. I shouldn't be saying this in a Sentry review, but that's what I like to point out reasons why people like certain characters. Now, I like the sculpt a lot. You know, I really do. It's more posable than the Hasbro one. Plus, this has individual finger articulation. Look at that, guys. 1, 2. That's the pleasure hand there. Okay, 3, the pointing hand. Closed fist. I mean, look at that. That's really nice. I mean, that alone, I think, blows the Hasbro one out of the water. I'm thinking people just like the Hasbro one because it's new, but this is the one to get. The Hasbro one can't look up. The Toy Biz one, look at that. That's what you want flying characters to do. Mattel like practically never gave us that. Hasbro half the time does, but usually the character can't get his head back because the way they sculpt the back of the head. In Sentry's case, the way they sculpted the hair, that's it. He can't do a flying pose. He just can't do it. I mean, it's mind-boggling how they failed. To me, they failed. They absolutely failed. Hasbro, I'm talking about. They failed with giving us a really good Sentry. The most egregious part, I think, I mean, they both suffer from it, but this is so glaring on Hasbro. This paint job of a cape, they couldn't have sculpted something there. I mean, even give us something plastic would have been nice, you know, because it's a reuse the Hyperion body, I guess. That's why I just painted on the blue, like extension of the cape. But it looks horrific. Look at that. It looks horrific. I mean, it's an absolute joke, Hasbro. Absolute joke. You know. But anyway, I see some reviewers knocking the oldest Sentry, and I love them as reviewers, but this guy's real killer, guys, you know. I was actually going to mod him into Superman, to be quite honest, guys. But I was like, you know, I have two of these guys, you know. There's a better version, and this one's the, you know, I guess the unbetter version, you know. There were like four figures. I guess there were three variants of the four figures, I guess. You know, one mustard colored costume with a beard, one mustard colored costume that looked like this, and this one, and then is this one with the beard. Anyway, I'm just telling you guys how good this Sentry figure is. It looks all the way up. It looks pretty. Look at that. It looks down. Looks down like he's looking at Mr. Sentry down there, you know. Looks down. Look at that, guys. That's pretty damn good, you know. So, and it bends pretty far up, you know. So you get him some great poses, you know. Imagine him flying. I'm actually imagining Christopher Reeves, you know. Even George Reeves, you know. From the old Superman, you know. That's from the 40s, guys. If you guys don't know. Yeah, man. So, guys, like, to me, this is the best Sentry. You know, it looks really nice, even though this is now considered the iconic Sentry, the Hasbro one. But to me, this is the better overall figure. Has really nice ankle pivot too, you know. Well, okay, ankle pivot, but you get the point. You know, it can get the job done. You know, you want ankle pivot to be more inward than outward. You know, that's just the way it goes. That's just more what a human being does with his ankle. You know, you pivoted more inward than outward. So that's it. So it's a solid figure. You know, to me, it's much better than the Hasbro one. 10 times better than the Hasbro. I shouldn't say 10 times, but it's not even a contest, you know? Not even a contest, guys. This guy can do a flight pose. Hasbro can't. Thank you, guys. Please support and share. And please, guys, be good to each other. It's just a video. That's it, in my opinion. That's all it is, guys. Thank you. Take care.